Yes. No. Oh, we only have a... Dun, 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 dun. Alright, here we go. What? Slash voice? Oh, is it the ejection or their voice acting? I don't know, but... Hello everybody and welcome to Ace Attorney Investigations demo. Where this time, the main character is Miles Edgeworth. The rival of the game, the Virgil of the series. Yes, Phoenix Wright's rival of the first game. And of course, the Virgil of the Ace Attorney series has his own game collection. Anyway, yeah, I was still thinking of... Yeah, I still want to actually get all these games. Yeah, I want to actually get all these games so I can play them all. But for now, I'm just going to... Yeah, I only have one Phoenix Wright game that I want to... It's fine. Okay, I'm not gonna do title selection, but so yeah, already have Phoenix Wright already added to the list for Capcom Week. So, oh yeah, so yeah. But I have a decision to make. Should I do Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy for today and see how story mode works for the rest of the stuff? Or should I just do Danganronpa later today in like a few hours? We'll see, but I don't think it's that long. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't think the demo is that long. So tomorrow is the next Capcom Day. So, yep. So, tomorrow we'll be doing Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen and the Beat 'em Up bundle. Anyway, so yeah. I've been starting to download a few games, but only because I'm gonna do Cyberpunk the week after next week. Oh, on Wednesday. Yep, back to my schedule, back to the regular schedule stuff from before. But that's it. I honestly don't... Yeah, I'm honestly going to slow down on Cyberpunk for now and do Ace Attorney. But only in the morning. on Wednesdays. Oh, okay. So, any reason? Oh! Because I've decided to play Nier Automata. Yeah, I was thinking of starting to play Nier Automata on Wednesdays, along with Ace Attorney. If I want to. If I want to play more of Ace Attorney. So the next time I do Video Game Series Week, which will be in June or July, then I will do that day. But oh, okay, I get it. Yep. Yep. But anyway, so oh yeah, updates for Resident Evil. No updates. No solutions so far. So I still have Resident Evil 1 remake still downloaded, so Resident Evil 3 remake is probably the game I'm gonna be playing this week. Just because I want it to be a less stressful week. So I tried to find some games that would make me less stressful. Oh gosh. Next week is gonna be fun, I promise. So guess that's everything. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Let's go with the Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. Huh? What's that about? To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job for the prosecutor. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters for me. No matter what the cost. Oh no, it's gonna be it! No way! Oh! I'm the prodigy among prosecutors. Always been, always have been, always will be. March 14th. Prosecutors Bill. Oh, okay. It's hard enough to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? Huh? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Identify yourself. Wait, identify yourself. Shut up! You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Scum. Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. March 14th. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. So, yep. So for this game, I'm gonna do the virtual voice. Or an imitation. For Phoenix Wright, it's my regular voice because... oh my gosh. Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran here straight away. This is Detective Gumshoe. He is a detective with a local precinct and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... ah! Look what they did to your office. It's totally trash. I'll say the culprits sold my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa! Sounds like you're getting really burned up over the whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Whoa! That's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched into the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that physique my curiosity. Why of all places did the murder occur in my office? I got the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should be clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. Also, can we talk about the update of the art style? Holy frick, look at it! Oh my gosh, these releases update the games, but also reinvent. They kind of sort of reinvent the wheel a bit for these releases of. Hold on, wait. Can I change? Wait, can I change the thing? Okay, who's the victim in this case? Oh, yeah, we don't know his name. Detective Gumshoe. That is the end result of using logic. So, how do you use it? First, I recall the information I gathered with L1, and then I connect them with Square! Breaking the fourth wall there, huh, Edgeworth? Now, to use L1 and recall the facts. My office, the house key. For security reasons, all prosecutor doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Oh my gosh! So it's not gonna be like... Oh, okay. So each game reinvents the wheel a bit and gives more stuff, gives more gameplay options for each game's release. The next game I'm gonna be playing, so the next Phoenix Wright game that I'm going to be playing, that the rest of season 1 and season 2. So the next game I'm gonna be playing is technically... Oh, I get it. So the next game is technically... Yep. Technically that. So it's technically gonna be that. Oh, okay. Because they added a different gameplay element to the second game. I don't know about the third game. Anyway, you're really on a ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads. to the conclusion. Only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's go start with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir. Begin investigation. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use the X button! Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use the square button, the triangle button, okay? I'll give you great persuasive advice as a ace investigator, sir. Something to try. Something to try later if I feel time, I suppose. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? Yeah, I don't think in the anime Edgeworth is gonna be voiced by Virgil's VA from the games. The VA of Virgil's VA in the games. If so, it wouldn't mean that the killer made their escape after If so, it would mean the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of those before. Care to elaborate me as to where? Oh, I know! It was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective? I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. Wait. Oh, sorry. No, but now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I don't recognize that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the one used by this precinct's detectives. Interesting. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I wouldn't rest until I inspect every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Oh, let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area. No, wait, sorry. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please, have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Are you gonna be okay keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of all of it. Alright, if you say so. I keep all evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R1 to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Oh, what's this? I don't believe it! I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight. That's not even an earthquake. Not even an earthquake could make them fall off. But just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files wouldn't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. Problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Yeah, but what does it say? Your files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. Pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the plants every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? What's this? What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of those before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey! I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coincidence. Let's have a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective just like you. I seem to gather a few pieces of permanent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Hey, can I go over here? Ah! Watch out! The teacup fragment's there, sir. The killer is going to pay this tea. The killer is going to pay this tea set. Yikes, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Wait. Yeah, there's something written over there. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I like to return to relaxing on the sofa. That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit it in too just for a while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare. Let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprints lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Wait, what's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero, the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to beat this. Yeah, I know. Is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like the Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and the Nico Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives its presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Oh, of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Oh, it's your trophy. Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only sent this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the preserved worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is okay, only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. I gotta have to try saying that sometime, unfortunately for you. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes! Sir, yes, sir! Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir! And yet, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Ouch! They even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up and ready when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I have no idea you are interested in chess. I actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Oh, he did the thing! He did the thing! He did the thing from the other games! Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental activity much. This is yet another batch of fresh flowers. The ones that came with the card attached every month like clockwork for you, yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony. How painful are thy thorns? Wendy, isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that stalks? That's enough, detective. You need not to remind me further. It's been a while since I sat at this desk. Oh, how I missed you. Oh, it's so tidy that it looked newer than when I first bought it. Oh yeah, that thing is polished to make that it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Alright, we looked everywhere. The pieces don't fit quite right. Huh, alright. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. Oh, this! There are 4 options! Wait, what about this? Wait, hold up. What? The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thorough check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let me see what we got here. Edgeworth, this guy's wearing Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. It appears that our killer somehow managed to make the victim's gun, take the victim's gun from him. Let's see, what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say, you've gotta look really careful at each piece of evidence. You can use the R button to rotate. You can use the right stick to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Press the L1 and R1 buttons to zoom in and out to get at the nitty gritty. Looks like it's only one round. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, Mr. Edgeworth. We have no proof for now, but this is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we are going to find out. We should send the body to Jim! Well, why? Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Hey, it's the guy from the beginning! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body! The body! Don't talk about him like he's some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes I am! I'm shocked. Portsman. What are these names? Prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime, busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutors' office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with him the entire time, okay? So the only one who could have gotten in here was me. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then! You're Jim's killer! No way, pal, you got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call it truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys are conducting your investigation, right? Sorry to be barging in like that. Carry on then, it's your room after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there? Sir! You there? Sir! I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. I should probably give them some space. Hang on. Your jacket, sir. That's... What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to frighten me by firing around. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your professional debut in? What if they had shoot through it? It wouldn't been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, detective. There is a giant contradiction right there in front of you. Us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him, but I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before the contradictions, a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my detective skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. That's it! The bullet in the wall! That's it! This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off. Oh, okay! And when I found suspected proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Eureka! Eureka! This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled this frame. Hey, yeah, that's right. However, this gun only fired once. Yeah, hey, that's true too. Which means one of these bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Oh, that. It's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble. And just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move the frame out of the way. Roger that. But you, talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it for a while. In a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, and I had kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor office has one. Really? I have no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Secret safe. I won't rest until I investigated every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Oh wait, it's this. Now this is odd. You found something? The keypad. Do you find something a bit... Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir? Could you please dust this area off for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. It looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought, it appears the logic is the only way to round this setback. Time to restfully and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Alright. Oh, that connects! I believe I figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft, changes to the other piece of information can tell me about the crime. Oh! 2 in a row! Alright, I think I understand what there is a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm going to shove files like you never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. Not matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it! Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and the book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal, okay? Done. It appears that the murderer has definitely committed here. Ugh, the bloodstains on the bookshelves are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kinda gross. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kinda grossing me out. Detective, I don't have time to deal with your weak stomach right now. Ugh! But you know I'm not good with blood. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself. Those must have been made when unable to stay standing. He dropped to the floor. It appears that the victim was standing in position here after being shot. Oh, that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. The bookshelf on the blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. It's a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Edgeworth. This is the spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. Eureka! This is clearly the... I don't really see what's so wrong with that spot. You don't understand. You see, therein lies the contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you just admitted when you're wrong. That wasn't a mistake. That was keeping you on your toes, detective. Eureka! Ah! So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in the file spine indicates that the file were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. Eureka! This is clear. Ah! What? Eureka! There is clearly a contradiction with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher. But what if the guy was shot while he was lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. Then that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption, and it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What was the faulty assumption? If the victim was shot while he was lying down... Did you just say that line of reasoning is illogical? You said the victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot. I was trying to be nice to explain my complex logic in an easier way for you, detective. Oh really? Thanks for thinking of... Good, I don't... Looks like even the mighty... What are you? I've already figured out who the real culprit... Sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to get out of my crime scene. No offense or anything, but you're cramping my game. What? Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. The position of the... Who wouldn't be in the dilemma if the hand... Oh, I think I got it right! But the handprints... Yes, you are quite possessive, which is why this is not... What if then... You still can't figure it out, then allow me to explain. Yes, please, sir. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order? Yeah, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong. Oh! Yeah, you see here the files that were oh, you see here how the files were shot began with the number 0. What are those all the way, why are those all the way, what are those all the way down here after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are actually, as I see them in my mind's eye, but the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so I arranged them a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha! So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up now that to how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspect, the bullet hole is now where it logically be. The killer went through the files before shooting and then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And when they proceed to shoot the victim. But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene is as it was the time of the murder. Time to give another look. What's this? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood? I'd say that's some incredible incriminating evidence. Yes. What? Yes. In detective of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, say something, sir. It appears that one of my files was stolen. It's alright, sir. What about... Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Oh yeah, this seems like a Maya situation where, I think this is gonna be like a Maya situation. Stolen files, jotted down in my organizer. Investigation complete. Oh yeah! Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I surely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it! I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about the man's attitude. And there must be some flaw to his logic, waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Oh, how do you think that? Can you explain it to me? Alright, first I listen to the victim's testimony, the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use triangle. But it's not like there's gotta be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct. And at those times, I need to press the witness with R1. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony. I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during investigations too. Very well. I even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it would be his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue with that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not hearing his words? Mr. Portsman, there is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Alright, I don't have a guide, so...
Hold it!
Hold it! You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. Huh? What is that? Why did you call the victim Jim? When clearly that his name is Buddy Faith. Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Shockin' Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Shock and Buddy sounds off somehow. Besides, he was a third of the bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. He talks like the victim like he was his pet.
Hold it!
Hold it! Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little rough to handle. I will have you know that I eat 3 meals a day, pal. Okay, so all of them happen to be instant noodles, but poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, no? That's when...
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway, but thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters.
Hold it!
Why do you think the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot a person can understand about another. From first impressions, I can't say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you say something, sir? Not you, too, Mr. Edgeworth. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could overlook and I can prove it with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup for the game-finishing spike.
Hold it!
Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? Yep, Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. Should I do some mistakes? It looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you spouting about? Can't you just admit my logic is pretty sound? Actually, there's a gap so wide that even a good detective can spot it. Now to clue. Mr. Portsman, there's a large flaw in your logic. Really? I think it holds up really well. Actually, what do you think? Gah! That's careless of me. Remain calm, Miles. Further, you missed the files. Make it... Hold up.
Objection!
Oh, okay. Ah!
Objection!
It would be. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the letters are hiding.
Objection!
Ah, I think I got... Perhaps you were not aware, Mr. Portsman, that there is a serious flaw in your logic. Bring a bit more to the courtroom into this. I see, no problem, I'm game. I can't help to find it odd, excuse me, odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have the time to laugh, when you have the time to take another look closer, do you not see? If not, may I direct you to your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they couldn't miss the bloody letters written on the spine.
Objection!
It's possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be as proof. Yeah, I mean, the S is gone, and there's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoe was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the file, especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Oh! Which means, what exactly does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me. I'm going to get them, sir. You see? You'll see. I'm going to have them under arrest. Well, Mr. Portsman? Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic diverting of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some, you lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's cheery. Even though I feel more dead than alive. But you know, it's really a shame. I really don't want to bring this up, however... What? What is this time? Are you still after me, pal? Hear me for a second. Who has the key to his office? That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. What are you doing? That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with a key to the office? One other person. Hey, you there! Yes, officer, what is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir? Hey, wait a second. You look familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Ah, it's probably not important. Maggie. Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is, she could have very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. What? If you are not the guilty party, Detective Key, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Birdie. Huh, how dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me if it was. You had no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. The girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, but for one simple reason. Pretty obvious. Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as your prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key? Incredible, incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was when... This is now the flow of a good match. Alright, I'm gonna use a guide. Alright, I think I've done enough guessing and stuff. I'm gonna use a guide. Oh. Alright, I have done enough. No, that's not what I want. Hang on. Ah, what? Hmm. Strategy. I wonder if there's anyone else, if there's anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way. Alright, I'm using a different website because it's.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Birdie is the only member of security who could have used the... There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I hate to get... What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear the... But you can't really trust her, not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Birdie had to say. Didn't I just say I'd hate to waste time? We don't need to hear her. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth. Sir, the killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe that this to be important piece of testimony, don't ya? Oh, I can't believe that someone like you would have taken it by such words. I'm not lying, sir. If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. Ha! Likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I beg you, just forget where you put it and then find it again. I never lose things, I practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agreed, Mr. But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is, as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive for a theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set to stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must always be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which it is only private to pros. Oh! I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd saw the culprit knew exactly where they were looking. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Heck yeah, even I don't. Yeah, even I don't know about the safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it earlier. Then you are protesting that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more possible. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind? Curses! What made you? What's wrong with what's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault! What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safe. What do you just say? We were partners, like it's special conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filed him in the secret safes. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong for me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird, excuse me? I mean, are you a security guard, right? That's your job? But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky possession. What the? You're trying to accuse for the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she has stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was so... No, I couldn't. I couldn't never do something like that. Not even as a security guard. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Ha! Pretty impossible for a suspicious, supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieve it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Postman, are you honestly accusing your own partner for being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for something else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I guess we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people You can't kick us out. This is... Ah, but I'm the one who is assigned to this case. You and all the suspects, varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run the show. Listen, pal. How many times... Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But, sir, we have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Haha, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of us understands. Now, if you... mark my words, Mr. Postman, we'll meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear? Ah! Wait, that's it? Wait, there's also this one. Ah, do I want to check out, Here it comes, the presidential... What? Yeah, there's only 2 episodes in this demo. Ah. We have... We shall crush the wicked and... Boom! Ah! March 25th. Guard Lake! The news must be halfway around the news must be half... Oh, okay. Alright. Can I... Can I pause it? Mr. Edgeworth. Thank goodness you're here, sir. Alright. We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. The medics just aboard the plane and... Alright, Wait. Oh. But alright, I think I'm done with this video. There is one more episode, but I think I'm quite done for now. So thank you everybody so much for watching. And if you like this, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. And tell me in the comment section down below, who is your favorite rival in any game or movie or TV show or anime? Favorite anti-hero, favorite game where you don't play as the main characters of the series from other games, and favorite Ace Attorney game, character, and case. Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section down below. And in a few hours, I'm gonna be taking a look at Danganronpa tomorrow. Isn't that fun? Whoopee! No wait, today. Sorry. And next time on Ace Attorney next time on Ace Attorney, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lost Turnabout. And next time on Ace Attorney Investigations. If you want me to play more of this game, I'll be happy to. But until then, everybody, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Now, if you excuse me, I got stuff to do, so...